Andrew McGahan for SevereMMA, sitting alongside the man we've been hounding for the last 18 months, Dana White. Dana, it seems like I'm going to have absolutely nothing to ask at press conferences now that the UFC has finally come back to Ireland.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know, it's crazy. It's been 5 years. We were just talking before you guys walked in how crazy it is and all the shit we did last time we were here. And you know, last time I was here, we were here for what, a week, 10 days, something like that. I was here, you know, and a few trips to Temple Bar, the gym that we worked out at. It's like some health club we worked out at here every day. And I don't know if you remember the video blog, but that's where I beat Marty Cordova. That was in Ireland when I beat him on that race that we ran. You know, we did so many things last time we were here, but this event has become like, I don't know, it's taken a life of its own, man. Everybody's talking about UFC Dublin all over the world. Everybody wants to be here for this event.
I was going to ask about the magnitude of it because surely it's exceeded any expectation you had set for it.
No, we knew it was going to be big. We knew when we came back here it was going to be a big event, but I didn't think it would have the worldwide appeal that this one has had.
There was talk about maybe Fox Sports 1 being interested in it. Was there a reason it didn't materialise, or to show strength and belief in the EMEA market?
Oh, trust me, Fox Sports 1's very interested in this fight. Yeah, they want this fight bad, but this is a Fight Pass fight.
Talking about the rise of Conor McGregor, one of the main things you said was, we were here 5 years later, we're coming back and we've signed a guy and he's going to be fighting on our cards. Do you think that happens everywhere, and do you think maybe the next time you come back you're going to be signing even more guys?
I just said that 5 minutes ago, that yeah, you know, last time we were here Conor McGregor was sitting in the stands. Now he's the main event here. You know, a lot of talent comes off this small island, and now that the explosion is happening, and plus this fight that'll happen this weekend, this thing's going to be on 3E. You know, it's a big deal.
It's a massive deal because it's available in 98% of all homes in the country. So a deal of that, like even with Channel 5 in the UK, it's not in every home. If you had it to give an estimation of how many eyes you'd like on this event on Saturday, what would it be?
98% of the country.
One final thing on the McGregor issue. Like, you're the guy who kind of brought the UFC back to the Canada, the 55,000 seater stadium. Do you think there's the potential we could surpass that in Dublin for Conor McGregor?
Yeah, well, think about this. If this kid, you know, this is a big test for him this weekend. Diego Brandau's no joke. This is a big fight for him. And if he wins, that gets him to the next level. If he breaks into the top 10, top 5, and he becomes, you know, this kid becomes a world champion. How about this? How about if he's challenging for the title and it's here in Ireland, you know? Yeah, we would be big.
On that, does it matter how Conor wins? If he wins very impressively, what's the current state? Because you see a guy like Dan Hardy who got a title shot after he went 4-0. Conor could potentially go 3-0 with maybe 2 very impressive knockouts and 1 decision where he hurt his knee. What's his time frame, in your opinion, to get towards the belt? Because he is claiming to predict the future. He'll have the belt around his waist by the end of this year.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the things that I really love about the kid. You know, he loves to fight. He wants to take on the best. He wants to become a world champion. He's my kind of guy in every sense of the word. But you know, he's got that it factor too. He's just got that thing that people like, and people like him all over the world, not just here in Ireland. So I don't know if he'll have a title shot in 3 fights, but who knows? Anything's possible.
And just one more thing about the Irish guys in general. Like, you've got also guys like Cathal Pendred, Neil Seary, Paddy Houlihan. I understand you were a fan of Paddy when he was trying out for The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah. No, let me tell you what. I don't know what country, you know, there's a lot of countries that love fighting, but what embodies fighting more than the Irish? I mean, even look at Lorenzo. We flew in yesterday. Lorenzo was wearing a Notre Dame Fighting Irish, you know, T-shirt when we came in. Now that the UFC is here, you saw what happened last time we were here and when we left. Now with this Channel 3 thing, it's going to be big, and a lot of people are going to see this fight on Saturday night, and I think it's gonna create this explosion again, where you're going to see a lot of people start training in MMA and a lot of talent coming out of this country.
2 quick things to finish off. Do you think it'll be difficult for these other fighters to break into the mainstream in Ireland, because Conor was the first, and because Conor is so unique that if a guy isn't Conor, maybe people will be like, well, we've got Conor, why do we want to care about fighter X, Y, or Z, even though they're Irish?
No, I don't think so. I think that you know, Ireland's one of those countries that really gets behind its own, and I think if any of these guys do well, Conor's just really doing well and has a great personality, you know. But if any of these guys do well, you're going to hear about them. I heard about Cathal before. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With this being one of the quickest selling events of all time, if not the quickest, I'm not sure if it's official. Have the UFC got anything in place that will measure how loud the stadium is on Saturday night? Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of the loudest ever.
Can we do that? Can we get a meter in there to measure? We're going to do it. Because of you just said that, we're going to get one of those machines that measures how loud the arena is. Because I say it all the time, pound for pound, Ireland's one of the loudest ever.
I suppose regardless, if you are bringing this in, then it will be the loudest because it'll be the first one ever officially recorded. But we'll say it's of all time.
But it's, you know, there's different ways to gauge. I know they do one of those for the Seattle, at the Seattle game. They do it at the Seattle game, which is known as one of the loudest places for football. And other places do it. So we'll see how Ireland stacks up against the other sports.
Excellent, Danny. We appreciate the time. And I believe you owe a lot of Irish people pints tonight.
It's a UFC Pint Pass. It's happening tonight. So I'm gonna put out. I first have to ask the pub if they're ready for this and if we can do this. And then I'm gonna go have some dinner. I'm gonna relax.
Line the stomach.
And then I'm gonna go get smashed at this place. Tonight. I don't know where yet. I got to see which place wants to house this.
Excellent, Dana. I appreciate the time. Hope you enjoy Dublin.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. Because the reason I'm doing this is because when I came out here for Trinity College, and, you know, they gave me that award, I had a Meniere's attack, and I couldn't deliver. I said, hey, anybody who shows up down here for this thing, I'm going to buy a pint. We'll all go out tonight. And I had a Meniere's attack and couldn't do it. So this is the payback for Ireland for all the people that showed up in Trinity.
Excellent, Dana. We appreciate the time. Enjoy the fight on Saturday.
All right, man.